Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either Wendy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. I'm gonna say hello, Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And then become a member. There's lots of perks, and also wraithax.eth domain name. So I do want to start off with OMI, but I do have to mention Grumpy Cat. We are down to about a $1.5 million market cap. I already have my bag. I'm not buying, I'm not selling, but other people are about to, and I mean this in a good way. You do have a couple of things that are happening this week. We do have another exchange coming, and then we do have some more alpha coming later this week as well. More people are continually donating to that wallet that they have, so they can, the business development wallet, so they can get on other exchanges, etc., etc. I'm not trying to be prescient about this. I just am reporting the news that I think needs to be reported. Anyway, speaking of OMI, OMI is down about 0.1% on the day, which is not good nor bad. We're just kind of existing today. 562,000 volume, so really not a lot. And on top of that, we are at 000605, so we are staying kind of, I think, what is a little bit towards the bottom. As far as the rest of the market goes, it was a pretty light day. No one was up or down more than 0.9% in the top 10. Solana was down about 0.9%. Bitcoin down 0.3, Ethereum up 0.2. So again, really nothing to write home about with any of this. Even XRP, which has been insanely volatile the last week, obviously for reasons, they are down about 0.6%. So OMI is actually outperforming a decent amount of these, but again, it's a really nothing day with the market. We did have this kind of nice weekend about us. Speaking of which, for those that don't know yet, while everyone else was enjoying this Comic-Con weekend, I was fighting the Battle of freaking Fallujah. Not actually, that was well before my time in the military. In order to try to get these 41s, the logos, I will not be buying anything Veve related for a while. Not because I don't love the company, and with more on this later, but just because I have spent far too much over the last couple months. I will redirect my attention towards OMI. I feel like that's kind of mostly what I'm known for anyway, outside of the Luke Skywalkers and the 41s now. The 41 logos, so I'll try to go and get as much as I can. I mean, short-term goal, by next quarter to get 175. Maybe the end of Q3 can maybe get one. No, I'd say end of this quarter 175 million. End of the year, probably closer to 180, 185, and that's if we stay down here. If we stay down here through the Q1 of next year, I'll definitely try to get up to 190. But again, who knows? I'll keep you posted. And also, in case you guys didn't know, in case I hadn't mentioned it, not only did I get the number 41 logos, but I also got another gold and silver Veve logo. So I do have two now. Obviously, one's the 41, the other is number 468. And we did happen to have a little bit of a, I don't want to say an issue, but there were some aspersions cast upon the gold and silver logo members, not for anything that they did. It's just happened to be that on Saturday night, at a after party, which gold logo holders happen to get preferential treatment, saying, hey, anyone that wants to get tickets first, the first tickets we're giving out are to gold and silver logo holders. They did, and then eventually other people came in, and then that was it. It was sold out. You couldn't get in. But that's not where the people, really had the issue. The issue was with, not necessarily Ron English, but Ron English, again, because David announces utility on these, which he promised, and he'll continue to promise to do. One of these was an airdrop. Ron English was going and saying, hey, anyone that has a gold and silver logo, let me give you a card, and you get to go and have a free NFT. Now, these digital collectibles were based off of his speak the evil, hear the evil, and see all the evil monkeys. And it was golden, very similar to the Frankenfat that happened last year. I think it was awesome. I think it was great. But you have a couple of people that were just a little salty that were saying, oh, if we had this set, we should have gotten that airdrop. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it where like, oh, David's not giving us utility. Okay, the guy gives you utility on a collectible, and then you just don't like it for it. I understand someone that says, hey, I collected the set, I should have gotten this airdrop. It is, I don't know who it was up to in order for them to do this, but Ron English was nice enough in order to help make something that he's not getting money for. Like he did this pretty much out of the kindness of his heart. This is not for anything financial. It's something nice he did for the logo holders. Could he have made something else that had nothing to do with the set? Sure. I guess. But, this thing, I guess he really likes. He thought it was cool. Again, the same thing happened with Frankenfat last year. For any logo holders that did not get one, they weren't there. I'm assuming he'll be at New York Comic Con. He does like to go to the con, so he'll be there. If you can't make that one, he could be at Designer Con later this year, so I'll keep y'all posted. A couple of sales here. So Spider-Ham made $69,000 yesterday. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. And then Iron Man making $208,000. And not only that, the prices went sky. I did not expect the prices to settle around 170. I knew people would be paying upwards of 200, maybe even 300 for this. Is a lot of new people that come in. They don't know the ebbs and flows of the VV market. Here's where the OGs have advantage, or people that have been here for a year or more. A lot of new people say like, oh, Spider-Man sold out, I'll buy him on the secondary, not knowing that people just list super high at first and then it comes way down. So people were listing at well over 200, over in the 300s. They were selling. I saw a couple of confirmed sales for over 300, and then it went down to 155. I was like, okay, down to 155. These 15 minutes are almost up, and there's only a couple hundred left in the store. It was probably the bottom. Had I had a little bit more money, I would have bought there, but I was trying to get the rebound on it, so I did not buy there. And then they went up to over 200 again. They settled around 175. I thought for sure these would settle around 100, but because we already had this big week, so many gems, so much money going into the app, and another 209,000, today just on the drop. I didn't think there'd be a lot of money left over, but there was. People just keep putting money in. Like I said, I'll get to this right now. That's one of the reasons why I really love Veve. It doesn't matter what you give us. You could give us an invisible freaking platform, a no platform, no collectible. Guess what? They have. And guess what? We bought it. Feel like Joker's like, you ought to know, you bought it. We have competition. There was others that are in the field that were at Comic-Con. I won't say names. I don't want to, kick other companies while they're down, but they were there. And that's fine. I like that. I love that type of competition. A lot of times it can go and force you to make yourself better. Veve doesn't have competition. Everyone else is competing for number 2. Veve right now, I'm going to say, is very similar to what Vince McMahon was like in late 90s, early 2000s, where he's like, okay, I have completely annihilated the rest of the competition in wrestling business. So what did he do? Hired Paul Heyman to go and make SmackDown like an A-tier rated show, where it was kind of the B Squad for a while. And then guess what happened? There was no competition with anyone else. He forced competition in between themselves. Like Veve is the freaking Michael Jordan of NFTs. The last couple of years, yeah, there was a time where other companies said like, okay, we have to go and guard Michael Jordan on the floor and try to take him on while he's still on his feet. Because once he hits the air, you're not stopping him. Veve in 2023 is Michael Jordan hitting the air. You can't combat a man that flies. This is one of the things that makes Veve just unassailable, just indifferent. They are 100% untouchable at this point when it comes to anyone else. You think any other company has a foothold in China the way Veve does with Alibaba? For those of you that don't know, if you haven't been here for a little while, I talk about China every now and then. Some things good that they do, some things bad that they do. One of the things that I'm very impressed with is the fact that even if you have a good product, good company, good whatever, you don't make it in China unless the government gets their piece. Disneyland, for example. Disney has an entire operation in Shanghai. You want to know how much percent Disney owns of their Disneyland in Shanghai? 43%. Why? Because China, the government, owns 57% of that. So how do you go and, as a smaller company, make sure you're successful in China? You either have to pay the government their fair freaking share, or you have to be partnered up with a company that has already done that, like Alibaba. And I get it. We're just going to use their cloud services like some of those people think. But again, not to be pressing on you here, but I happen to believe that when Alibaba goes and takes Veve for a signing, and a memorial signing at that one, it's not going to be for something that's going to make them $100,000 a year. There's going to be more on top of that. But again, call me a moon boy, call me whatever. I'm just calling it like I see it. So Veve over the last couple of days has gone on and posted pictures of Spider-Punk. And somebody had asked them the other day on Twitter, hey, when's Spider-Punk on Veve? And they said #soon. So hopefully we do get him at some point. Shout out to Seth Ferrante, who will be on the podcast later. He's a director, has really amazing things going on with him. I can't wait to get into it with him, talking about the story. Anyway, Alex G posts, oh, look at this dog. It's Cosmo. We all have the NFT, or at least 800 of us do. He was the secret rare on the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I just love cosplayers. I love that type of stuff. Shout out to Clever Jerk for getting the partner statue 123, the 123, the number 456, and the number 789 to give him numbers 1 through 9. Absolutely astounding. I bow to these whales. Some interesting things looking at the top 500 Veve holders. You go and you take a look at the most positions lowered, which normally, you have a little bit of. The third, so be advised, out of the top 3 people that have sold the most NFTs on Veve, like they're selling more than they're buying, or they're just straight up selling. Number 3 only sold 20, not a lot. Number 2 sold 152. That's a decent amount. It's very noteworthy. Something to write home about. The number 1, AQKSA, is the number 8 wallet and sold 1,000 NFTs. Why? I don't know. Now this person still has over 10,000 NFTs, but and making a mental note. Hey, this person sold almost 10%, like 8% of their holdings. Anyway, the top NFT buyers were Klimster85, who bought 181 NFTs. We have Bezoj Man, who bought 396. And then we have Live42DayCA, who bought 444 this week. Absolutely bananas. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of people buying, I happen to have a whale of mine that messaged me before, and he had some pretty exciting news, just saying, a couple of my latest grabs, he's buying 90% of the NFTs that he buys are sub 100. He just showed me, I can show you this, just a couple of things. Number 78 Iron Man, which he had got, easily a couple hundred for that. And number 74 Frozone, maybe 150, maybe 200 for that as well. And he had bought 87 NFTs in 4 days. He is over 3 million MCP points, getting 5,500 points per day. Absolutely bananas. And he's about to be level 87 in the next 4 days. So shout out to him on that. Moving on. Someone who was commenting on Metaverse Life, he had posted breakfast with Chucky's Papa, talking that he had breakfast with David Yu the other day, talking future creative endeavors. Excited to premiere something we've been working on tonight at Veve Official's Comic-Con party. Again, that was last night. And he had happened to go and up and down the West Coast in Canada, in the US, and just talking to the Veve fam, talking to people. And he released that, or at least some footage of that at the party. Apparently it was really cool. I haven't seen it. I know a couple of people that he interviewed, but I just thought that was awesome. In case anyone was wondering, what it was, because he hadn't posted it on Twitter, that's what it was. Oh, I mentioned the Veve logo before, so Wubba Wubba finally did a thing. Paid about $2,600 for it, but he did go and get it. That's actually a very good price for a logo, in my opinion. As of X amount of hours ago, here's the amount of people that had Iron Mans. 2,900 people had 1. 153 people had 2 Iron Mans. 35 people had 3. 15 had 4. 8 people had 5. 4 people had 6. And then 2 people had 9 Iron Men. That's heckin' insane. Some people do be stacking though. There was a couple of people that did have a little issue on the drop, saying that they got the green truck but no Iron Man, and the gems were returned. And Veve said the team has been made aware of this issues. We are sorry that this happened, and they'll take steps to correct that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Bye-bye, Dashie. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.